Happy Friday morning, Mountaineer fans. It's Chris, it's Mike, it's earsports.com, taking up 3 minutes of your morning. Again, we're talking football. We laid the groundwork on Wednesday, picking our breakout player of the 2024 season on offense. Today, we go defense, a few more options. Just a quick reminder, no starters from last year and no transfers. Got to pick a returning player that was in a backup type role for the Mountaineers in 2023. Mike? I went first on Wednesday, but you go first today.
Okay, fine. This is so hard because this time it's not the returning players like on the offense, it's the amount of transfers who figure prominently in the plans. So we really thin the pool again and don't have a lot of players to pick from. I'm going to go to the middle of the action, Chris. Give me Fatorma Moba. People forget, like, he was a pretty quality backup last year when you haven't heard anybody worried about Mike Lockhart leaving this offseason because he's so good, Moba, in the middle. I think he's going to be a guy who can really steer a lot of people in the right direction and also offensive linemen in the wrong direction to help that front. If they're going to play 3-4, they're going to need those linebackers in the middle to really hit the A gaps and be strong in the middle against the run. He can do that stuff unheralded. But also the thing that I find funny about him is when people talk about him, Chris, they just laugh. Like he's that good and that strong. Like, oh, how's Moba? Ha ha ha. And they laugh because it's just known that he's really good at that spot. And if you've heard about Sean Martin and Edward Vesteren having really good springs, well, who's in the middle, Chris? Fatorma Moba. We'll know that name sooner than later, I think.
Great pick. I said to myself, Mike's going to pick Tyron Bradley, and when he does, I'm going to say Fatou Mamoba. I'm with you. When he was on the field last year, he was good. He just wasn't on it as much as he probably will be this season. So, since you took Moba, I'll take Tyron Bradley. He saw his role increase as the season went along. We were seeing some changes, yes, on defense here, where he might be more prominently involved in what's going on. Um, Talked about again. This goes to your decades old theory of who's being asked about and who's being talked about. Tyron Bradley is being talked about, and I believe rightfully so. So I think he is going to expand on his role. It's going to keep building, just as it did last year. Going to carry over into the spring. It's going to carry over into the fall, and he's going to be one of the key playmakers on this defense for West Virginia in 2024.